friends, and welcome to my channel. This is my sketchbook I just finished and I'm super proud of it. I've made a lot of progress, at least I think I have. But yeah, let's get into it. So I painted this cover with gouache, which probably wasn't the best idea. It didn't really work very well on the sketchbook, but it's kind of cracking. I don't know if you can really tell. Yeah, you can kind of tell in there. It turned out okay, I think. Yeah, so this is my sketchbook. So let's open her up. So, oh, look at that. I haven't written the end date yet. I should probably do that. Well, anyways, the end date was the 23rd of October 2021. So yeah, I finished it pretty quick, I think. This was me trying to plan out what to do on the front cover. I actually tried to do Posca pen on the cover. I tried to recreate this, which I don't really like as much anymore, just because my style has changed a lot and I really don't like these, but you know what, it's okay. It's a learning experience. So I was trying to plan the cover on here a little bit, and I ended up actually deciding to do the frog. So yeah, I put some stickers in there. I really like the bee ones. I forget the artist. If I can find them, I will put it in the description because I really like these bee stickers, and this one too. They're very cute. Next page. This was some more Posca pen I was doing. I really do think my style has developed a lot more than with all this going on. It's just not as good as I thought it was at the time, I guess. Okay, I was just doing studies of faces. I was still really trying to get my style down with faces. I really do think these eyes, like on all of these, are too big, and I was working on that because they used to be even bigger, which is kind of a little bit not the best, but yeah, I hid a lot of like disgusting art with sticky notes. Like, look at this. What is even happening? What is going on here? So I put the shit sticker right there because I really just don't like some of the art I did in here. Okay, next page. I did some studies of cats. I really like this one the most, I think. I also did some studies of hands and a body study, face study. I like this face better than the ones on the previous page. This actually is a character that I created when I was a little kid. It was kind of like my first OC. It's a really weird looking character, so I redrew him. This page I don't really like, or this page. I was practicing and I was learning, so that's all that really matters. Here I drew, I think it was the first time with pen. No, this was the first time with pen, but this was like the first time without pencil underneath. I'm really fond of this. Like, I still like this. It's not great, but I tried. And also the pen I used for this was just not the best pen to use. Like, you can see it kind of like drips, like the ink piles up and it like splotches on there. It was good to practice my portraits on here because I ended up drawing a lot of portraits digitally, and this helped me learn how to do that better. Okay, this page, I really like this page. This, like, I literally just went straight in with pen on all of these, and that was like the first time I did something that I liked with pen, just straight in. I really like this. Like, the eyes are gigantic, which kind of makes it look weird, but I really like this little guy. Like, he's very smug and he's very happy and he's very cute. And this, it's a chicken, so I can't hate it. And then on this page, I did some like stylistic figure studies. I ended up putting stickers in at the end because I had like empty spaces I wanted to fill, so I just stuck some stickers in there. And I wrote stuff I'm thankful for, and I stuck it in here because I thought like I might as well just like put little notes in here too. And then next page, I got this string. This kind of like seems stupid to have a piece of string in my sketchbook. I got it with like this really cute packaging. They sent me like packaging with this little string to tie it together, and I thought it was really cute, so I ended up putting it in here. This is all the planning for this, which I'm proud of myself for doing this because I think I went in straight with pen. I can't remember completely, but I'm pretty sure I did. I was having a hard time coming up with ideas. I thought like maybe the two halves of someone like connected. It's kind of like representing like emptiness in yourself and then like the happiness in yourself. The two parts of yourselves are like separate but together. Okay, next page. I absolutely adore this page right here. I was gonna make this whole thing a spread, but I didn't go over this with pen. so it doesn't really like flow completely. I really like these frogs I drew. They're very cute. I was like really proud of myself, and I still am, for doing this face. I didn't really do much with the hair, but at that time I don't think I was ready to really mess with doing hair because I was still trying to get down facial features. I did some hand studies. Oh my gosh, she has long legs. Oh well, ignore that. I thought this was kind of cool because I used like a purple highlighter for the hair, and you can tell the hair really isn't detailed in any way. Like, it's kind of just me scribbling on the paper, but oh well. It's like my first time trying to draw with pen. Like, I usually drew, you can tell under here that I drew with blue pencil first, and then I went over it with pen. Next page. Okay, this is kind of just filler stuff, so that's this page. This page was the first time I tried drawing with markers. I think they're like Prismacolor markers or something. I'll try to remember to put them in the description. I learned it from another YouTuber, the technique where you take 3 colors, like one light, one medium, one dark, and you layer them to make a piece, and then you can put details in with the pen like I did on these ones. That was like my first time trying something with markers without going with pencil first. These are self-portraits. They don't really all look like me. This one probably looks the most like me. This one, I don't really know what went wrong with this. Next page. This is from my mom, is a little note. I really like when my mom writes me little notes, and I think it's kind of cute. So I put that in here. And then these are just like quick pencil sketches, like blue pencil. And then this was fun. I don't know what went wrong with this. Like, this is not great. This though, I do like this one. I think it was my first gouache painting, and I was actually pretty proud of it. I'd never done it before, and I was like amazed that I could paint anything because I never tried it. So yeah, this isn't great, but I did really try with this one. And this one was the second one, and I just really gave up on it. Like, I tried going in without any pencil underneath, and this is what happened. I learned how to like do this technique with no pencil underneath better later on, but right here you can tell I really didn't know what I was doing. And then I did the 3 marker technique, but with 3 different colors this time, and I did 2 frogs, which they're pretty cute. Like, these 2 are the same, these 2 are the same, like off the same reference. So you can kind of see what I was going for with this one. Like, I was trying to do this, but I didn't capture the energy in that one. Okay, this right here was a gouache painting that I absolutely hate. It was supposed to be a self-portrait, but it just did not turn out very well. This was another one of my first gouache paintings. I actually did these ones later than these ones. I really like this one. That was the first time I like painted an eye with gouache. And then I filled in the empty space with little notes and things that I have. And then these are just like coffee and tea paintings and drawings. Like, these are colored pencil, these are gouache. I actually really like this spread, and I like this. Okay, this page is where I was planning what I would do on the front cover of this sketchbook. So this drawing right here was planned right here. I went with this one, and then this, I attempted to draw a painting of a face. It did not go well. So I covered the whole thing with black paint, and I kind of like the vibe of it. If you shine the light on it right, you can see where the eyes were supposed to be, and you can tell they're crooked, and it just did not go well, so I covered that one up. And then this, I really love this page. I'm still proud of it. It gives me joy to look at it. So it was like when I first started actually understanding what I was doing with gouache a little bit. I still have a lot to learn with it. It was very fun doing this page. This eye is really weird looking, but it's okay. What can you do? On to the next page. I kind of just am neutral about it. And then this one also is just not the best, but it's not really even finished, so I can't hate on it too much. And then this is more of that technique I showed earlier with the 3 markers. And then this is gouache paint. I was trying to draw like an animal with fur with gouache paint, and it just didn't turn out very great. I definitely like developed more of a gouache technique later on in the sketchbook. This is like a little thing I stuck in there from my friend Jen at work. She drew me this little guy. He's very cute. And then here we go. Another shit sticker. I don't like what's underneath this. It's very bad. But that's why we have the shit stickers, to cover it up. Some hand studies. I definitely have gotten better at drawing hands. And then next page. This was my first like successful gouache painting, and I was so proud of it at the time. Like, I know you can like see the pencil marks through it, and like it's a little weird in certain spots. I really did like how this turned out, and I tried to replicate it with a different face on this side, and I don't like this one as much. I'm still proud of both of these. Like, I was learning how to paint because I'd never painted before. Here's another painting. I really messed up on the skin tone with this one. Like, I put like blue in it on accident. It's just kind of weird looking, and the hair needs some work. I was actually drawing this for a Draw This in Your Style by Fernleaf on Instagram. I never showed anyone because I didn't like how it turned out. This is from my boyfriend. He drew me a little face, and I love it so much. And then some figure studies. Some more gouache painting. As you can tell, I was super into gouache for this whole sketchbook, honestly. I drew some hands and I drew a face. She kind of looks really weird right here. Like, I don't know what went wrong, but she's supposed to be like underwater and her like face is sticking out. And then my first landscape paintings, and I actually tried like using the tape technique where you put tape around the edges and then you peel it off when you're done, so it looks like super like satisfying and smooth. I drew this one first, and then I came back and did this one second, and I actually like this one more. I like the clouds. I like how both of them turned out, but I like this one better. And then okay, I don't have much to say about this page. It was just a sketch. And then this one, I swear to God, it looks like this cat is like a guy and he's standing there, and I hate it. But these are supposed to be his arms. It's drawn off of a reference photo of two cats, so it's supposed to be like two cats, but this looks like a cat with a human body, and I really don't like it. Just cover it up, it's fine. Okay, next page. I do not like this. I know I was trying, so I can't hate on it, but this one, I love this one. It's like a view from underwater. There's the tadpoles swimming, and I just really like how it turned out. And then this page, this is like after I took my hiatus. I think it was, yeah, it was like somewhere around here, and I came back to it. Like, I drew this, took a break, and then I drew this, but I love this. This has so many good memories in it, like this spread. Like, this picture I was referencing for this painting, it was when I went on a trip with Philip, which, this is Philip, I drew him right there. But this was when we went on a trip and we saw the sunset near the ocean, and I really wanted to try to paint that because that's like one of my favorite memories. This is from a photo of Philip. I tried to do like colored pencil with this one. The sky is kind of weird how I did it, but it's okay. I really do like the spread. Looking at it makes me happy. Okay, next page. Yeah, I don't like these, but I remember when I painted these. I painted both of these in the same day. I just was not feeling it. I was like trying to force myself to paint, and I was kind of having art block. This is what I made, and I don't like it. It's okay because everybody has bad art days, and that was just one of my bad art days. This is just cursed. I was trying to draw May Pang, didn't turn out very great, but that's okay. And then I drew me with colored pencils. I actually like how this turned out. This was like one of my first colored pencil drawings. It was based off a reference photo of me. It doesn't totally look like me, but you know what? That's okay. I was learning. Okay, this, let's just cover it up. It's not great. These were like body reference photos. I like these two drawings a lot. This, of course, we cover it with the shit sticker because it was not great, so we don't have to look at that one. I was trying to come up with an idea. I came up with a moss squirrel. I used a brush pen and green color pencils. Oh, and I think I used a green Copic marker too. Okay, and now we're getting like closer to the end of the sketchbook. Like, we're like halfway done. This is like where I took a leap of like understanding in art, I think. So I did the 3 marker technique right here. This is a drawing by Philip. If you can see it, it's supposed to be me, and I love it. It makes me so happy. And then stickers. These are 2 local businesses. And then this was my first like colored pencil portrait with like multiple different colored pencils. It's a little janky looking. I love this. I love this spread. I know it's kind of bare on the sides, but I love it. Like, this was a drawing of May Pang again. I drew May Pang without her tattoos, but like her tattoos surrounding her. And I did the same thing with myself. Like, but I don't have as many tattoos as May. I only have a bee tattoo and a moth tattoo, so I drew the wings of them. And then I drew some future tattoo ideas, and then I drew some of my plants. I really like how these turned out. Like, they're not perfect, obviously. I actually am really proud of this one. This was a drawing of Philip. It doesn't totally look like him. Here's another Instagram person, Best Dressed Ashley. It doesn't totally look like her, but I did use a reference of one of her photos. I ended up having bleed through from the page behind it, so I never actually posted it. I didn't like this gouache that I did. Like, I really tried to cover up the black that leaked through with the ink, but it just didn't work. It's in my sketchbook. It's there forever. There's nothing I can do about it, so I've got to learn to accept it. And then this is one of my other favorite spreads. I just really like this because it's like 2 self-portraits. One of them is like me happy and content. This was based off a reference photo of when I first got my fake tooth gap filling removed, if that makes any sense. So I had my tooth gap again. I ended up having them remove it because it was like chipping. This was like pure freaking joy. I was so happy to have my gap back. So this was one of my selfies I took after that. So that was just a very happy memory for me. And this was actually a picture that I took in a mirror. So this is like a self-portrait. This is like my anxiety in the background. I don't know. I just have anxiety, so I wanted to like portray it a little bit. And that's where the leak through went for this one. So yeah, the black pen went through and leaked onto this page. But you know what? It's okay, because I love this page, and it's okay that we ruined another page because I love this page. Next page. Here's some little rodents. I love them. They're very cute. Not much to say about them though. They are done in pencil. This is colored pencil picture of my sister. I love this picture of her. It was when she went on a trip and I just drew it. I don't even think she knows I drew it. Here is another spread. I like this spread a lot, actually. It was when I was like starting to get into Mandalorian, and I didn't finish it, so no spoils, but yeah, Philip drew Baby Yoda, or whatever his actual name is, I can't remember right now, and then I drew him, and I drew him again. I drew some Posca pen animals, which I really like. The bunny's really cute though. I like this too. Like, this pen drawing is pretty cool, I think. Okay, and here, oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, so this was like an OC I made up. She's like a water creature, and she has like wings of water. She has like a little water bubble on her head, and it like flattens when she's angry or sad. I actually forgot about this. I like this. I like this page more than this page, but I do like this. I should go back to drawing her. Yeah, she has like this little dress that, like, in the lore that I very briefly made up was that like humans found her or something, and like we're like, girl, put some freaking clothes on. And so she has like this little slip dress that she wears. I probably should figure out her design more, but I love this page. I actually got the inspiration for this page from Jess Carp on YouTube. She did the 100 animals challenge, and I obviously didn't do 100 animals, but I did draw like a whole spread of animals, like just their faces, and I really like how this came out. I love this dog. Like, look at him. He's so cute. I love him. And this seal too. Okay, this is a note from Philip. I love the notes he makes me. They're so funny. Yeah, I did some pencil sketches. This, I like this part right here. Philip's face, he's cute. This, no. This is just not great. My face is so long, like, I don't know. I went in straight with pen and watercolor, and this was like my first watercolor painting, and I just really don't like it, but it's okay. This was the second one, I believe, that I did. Yeah, I definitely learned about watercolor later on when we went on our vacation, because I had a vacation sketchbook, which I'm gonna show later. I drew this. Philip drew this. I really like this frog. He's very cute. Not much to say about this page. And then I started the 100 heads challenge. As you can see, I only made it to number 4, but It's okay. I tried my best. I really did. And then I tried watercolor again because I got this little watercolor set and I wanted to try it out. It's our backyard at my boyfriend's house. And then this was random prompts from a prompt list generator online. I drew all these little doodles and colored them with watercolor, and I actually really like this page. Like this little guy, he's very cute. I love him. And this unicorn's pretty cute too. Okay, next page. Here's another colored pencil drawing and another watercolor landscape. This is at my mom's house, her pond outside the house. And this is probably my least favorite spread because none of it is finished. This was acrylic paint. Didn't finish it, obviously. Like, it does not look great. That's supposed to be my sister's kitten. But yeah, I didn't finish it. So this also isn't really finished. It's kind of just a sketch, though. So I guess it could technically be finished. But I don't like that one. That was like an art block day, I think. This was me trying to make a comic. Philip and I worked together and, like, developed a little comic. This actually happened. So that's, like, why it's so weird, but that's why it's weird, because it actually happened. So it's just like a little comic. We planned it out right here. Philip and I did. I drew it. He like came up with it. These are little Philip drawings that he made for me. I'm really happy with this one. And then this is also a gouache painting, and so is this. We don't look at that one. I don't really like either of these. This one, obviously, I don't like. This one, I thought it was good when I did it, but I don't like it going back to it. I'm really happy with the spread, like how it turned out, because I worked really hard on this. Like, I wanted it to be like polar opposites, I guess, like the characters I was drawing, and I really like how it turned out. Oh, I didn't finish the page. You know, that's okay. We'll pretend we finished this page. But anyways, this was an art block day, and you can tell because it doesn't look very great. These next couple pages, I was trying to plan out the October prompt list I was doing, which I ended up doing this painting and this painting, but I never finished the other prompts. I mean, I still have time to finish them because it's still October, but I don't know if I'm going to finish because it was kind of getting to be a lot for me and I don't want to go through another art block. So yeah, I think I'm just going to be done with it unless maybe I do the last prompt, maybe. I haven't decided yet. And then this, more planning for Inktober, or whatever you want to call it. I was doing Bubbletober, so I guess it was for Bubbletober. This was like my first time using oil paints on paper, and I really don't like it. And I actually tried on the next page to do it as well, and I like this better, but I just don't like oil paints on paper. It doesn't feel right. And then this was a bigger sketch of what I did for my second Bubbletober prompt. And then more planning for Bubbletober. Don't need to talk about that too much. This kind of looks cursed, but I kind of like it at the same time. These were both oil paints. This was on like a canvas paper. Like I just stuck this in there. It's like very badly taped in there, but we're just gonna hope it stays in. But anyways, this one I think turned out better than this one because this was on paper, this was on canvas paper. Say what you will about that. And then I really like this. I really want to do this painting idea still, where the girl is like underwater with a dress. It was for the prompt costume. I don't know. I just like the idea. It was from like a reference photo, kind of. So I still want to paint this. And then this was Prickly Alpaca. I drew some reference photos of her and her cat. I think they turned out okay. I put a little sticker right here. I love this sticker, it's so cute. And then some sketches, did the 3 marker challenge, and I went straight in with pen with every single one of these pen drawings. And I really like these. Like, this is not great, but all this, I don't know, I just like the spread. And I think I'm gonna, like, I tried it later too, like I think the next page I did more pen drawings, like with no pencil underneath, just going straight in with pen, which it's really fun actually. I never thought it would be fun to just go in straight with pen. Like, look at that. That is so much better than my earlier drawings. If you go back to like this, like look at these pen drawings. They're not great. And then these ones are like way better, and I don't know, I just really am proud of myself for making these. And then this is a colored pencil portrait, which I don't really like how it turned out, but it's okay. Like, you know, I'm just always learning, and sometimes I don't draw as good as I want to. And then here is another one of those spreads with like the pen and the 3 marker challenge and all that. No pencil was used in this page. I really like this little hat. And then here is another pen page, and I kind of didn't know what to draw at this bottom part, so I drew things around me, like a leaf from my plant and a soda can, and then a little note from Philip. The colored pencil sketch, or I guess it's not a sketch, it's a full drawing, but yeah, I like this. I like how I did the background. It's not very detailed, it's kind of boring, but I don't know, I like it. And then last page, we finally made it to the end. Thank you to everyone who stayed till the end. Yeah, so this is probably my favorite drawing in the whole book, which is funny because it's on like literally the last page. I really think I hit like a realization with colored pencil drawing in this drawing right here. I actually am really proud of this piece. And then the last page is the little froggy friend saying goodbye, because on the cover there's a frog, so on the last page there has to be a frog as well. And then the last page, I just stuck some stuff in there, and there isn't really much in this pocket because I took most of it out, but there's just like little scraps of things, like little notes. Like most of this stuff was in here in this pocket, and I just stuck it on here because I didn't really feel like drawing on this page, which I could have, but I didn't, so I just stuck stuff on there. If you want to see the back of it, it literally just has a heart on it. That is all. And that's with gouache as well. Not that it really matters because it's just a little tiny guy, but yeah. This is the end of my sketchbook. I worked really hard on it, and I was so excited to show you guys the end result. So I will close that bad boy back up. And we are done. Thank you so much for watching, to all of you who watched to this point, or any point actually. I put my whole heart into this sketchbook. I really did, and I'm so thankful to anyone who is supporting me on this journey of learning art. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, or whatever you'd like to do if you enjoyed the video. I plan on showing my other sketchbook that I just made. It's a shorter one. It's my vacation sketchbook, so it's like all my vacation memories put into a sketchbook, and I plan on doing a video for that once I like totally finish it. But yeah, this is the end of this sketchbook. I am so happy I finished it. It took me like what feels like forever. I'm gonna have to write the end date in here. I'm gonna go do that right now. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.